Internet, my name is Mach, and I recently went on a quest for glory. Glory being a show played by Allison, Weiss, Bess, and Lelia, Broussard. We start our tale at 7 p.m. when we pull up directions on MapQuest, and 1 hour before the show is scheduled to start. We set off! We get lost! This can't be right, it's too long. That's what she said. Turns out the directions sucked. So after much otherwise unneeded driving, asking for and getting confused by directions, we finally arrive! I knew we had found the right place when I looked through the window and saw Lelia Broussard playing. And the name of the place was sort of like sticking out of the building in large red letters. But it was mostly the first thing. Since the show was being held at a restaurant of sorts, a waiter came and seated us when we went in. And as I went to sit down at the table he had taken us to, I noticed that both Bess Rogers and Allison Weiss were sitting at the table in front of it. Yeah. Whenever I think of going to concerts, I always worry about not being able to see over the people in front of me if they're like taller than me, which they probably would be. Or the band looking like ants from being so far away. But never did I think I would go to a show and sit right behind the musicians. I literally could not imagine better seats. Now admittedly I hadn't heard Lelia or Bess until a few days before when they all played a live show online over live stream. But the day after the show I looked them both up online because, well, where else would I look things up? And it turns out that I had seen one of Lelia's videos on YouTube like months before. But they were both really amazing, as was Allison, who literally just days before had to use a sign and a notebook to talk. Even my mom, who had taken me, was impressed. At the show I bought some merch, the poster I showed before, and Bess and Lelia's new CDs. Because apparently that's the sound CDs make when you hold them up next to each other. I would have gotten the Allison CD, but I donated to her Kickstarter fundraiser, so I'll be getting her next CD. When it comes out. A week before it comes out. When it comes out a week before it comes out. Allison signed this, which I currently keep on my wall in this sort of picture frame of stuff. But I think I'm going to start putting it here, if it stays, when I make videos. Woot. And I also got a picture with them seen here. Ow. But best of all, we got to talk to them a little, and they were as nice and cool as they appear to be. Now, also admittedly, my shy, socially awkward self isn't really good at talking to people when he first meets them, so Mach couldn't really talk to them too much. Yeah, I just talk in the first, second, and third person. I'm just awesome like that. It's just how I roll. It's just how I do it. I can't think of anything else. But it's how. But still, best night ever. Could have used a little more Boobie Bungalow though. Glory being a show played by Allison Weiss, Bess Rogers, and Lelia Glory being a show played by Allison Weiss,